My name is Gemma and I live in Womburn. I've got learning difficulties and I've been in and out of hospital and I found it a bit upsetting, but I've got used to it as I've got older.
Gemma talks about one of the first times she had a seizure.
I was alright in the day and then me and my mum went to have a drink and we came back home. She put the Sunday dinner on and I could see myself I lost my vision of my eyes. My vision was, I couldn't eat my Sunday dinner, so I had to move from the living room into the hallway. But I don't know how I got from the living room into the hallway, but I can remember I pushed my mum and I must have lost my balance and I was unconscious for 15 minutes. I couldn't see where I was. I didn't know where I was, but my cousin Matthew come with me to the hospital and we had to wait in the ambulance for a few hours and I managed to go into the hospital and just kept having like tests and just to see what it was, and I eventually got home about 3:30 in the morning and I had to have a week off from Roxburgh because my eyes was all itching and I could walk but I couldn't get my balance right, so I needed some time to recover from that, and then it's just been so hard for my mum and I feel like I've put my mum through that and I just don't know how to make my life easier, and it's really hard as I've got older.
Gemma talks about the impact this had on her family.
I gave permission from my cousin to speak for me because he was good at talking, so I gave permission so he could talk and he did really well. He was tired, so I'll never forget that day. It was just one of them things, like they don't tell you when it's gonna happen, but it was just so hard for my mum. Like my mum's mum, she had epilepsy. I kept saying for myself for years, why have I got epilepsy? To me, it was really hard for my mum because I couldn't have done it without her because she's been the best mum than what I could ask for. We have our moments, but I couldn't have asked for a better mum or a better best friend.
Roxburgh is a user-led not-for-profit company providing day opportunities and supported living throughout South Staffordshire, Wolverhampton and Cannock Chase.
I came to Roxburgh in 21 in September, and I met all the staff, and I met the deputy manager, Nick Morris, and they treat me here like an adult, and I feel like it's my home, like my second home, and I can do things like make myself a drink and just do what I've always wanted to do with my life.
Gemma talks about her earlier experiences attending a different day opportunity.
I noticed some of the staff didn't treat me right, like they asked me to look after a member and I didn't want it to, but I felt like they was treating me like a child, and I told my mum this and she was really upset and I was upset, and I refused to go to the centre because of the way they was treating me. I was getting angry and I was getting more upset. So I just felt like I had to stand on my own 2 feet, and this Roxburgh came up, and it changed me into a wonderful woman. On a Monday I do craft, and then in the afternoon we go bowling, and then on a Wednesday I do a theatre craft, and then I do media on a Thursday, and I do baking on a Thursday afternoon. But I like media better than the baking, which is understandable, isn't it? Yeah. I've made lots of friends here, and it's made me strong, and it's made me more confidence, and it's made me a better person than what I was a few years ago. I wasn't a happy person, but I am where I am now, very happy. But it is hard. I've accepted who I am.
Gemma talks about the Oliver McGowan training.
I got involved with Oliver because I needed to do something, so I asked the deputy manager, Nick, if I could do something to help people, and when he said about the Oliver McGowan, I thought, I'm just gonna do it. And when I got the training job, it felt really good. Like, if I met Oliver, he would have been so happy. He was 18. None of the doctors or nurses believed what he was saying to them. He was in pain, but they didn't believe him. But I just wish I was there to help him, but I wasn't. But I'm doing his campaign so I can carry on doing it for him. I sent an email to his mum and dad to say how sorry for the loss of your son, and Paula sent me an email back to say I'm with you 100%, and thank you so much for doing this Oliver McGowan campaign. And I thought, it's my pleasure. I'm doing it for the people who need to accept people with learning disability, not just to stare at us or just things like that, but I'm doing it for myself, and I'm doing it for my family and friends. I'm a trainer, like to speak to doctors or nurses, or just to say how to treat people with respect and how to look at them and just help them through what they're going through. I mean, I've been there, and it's been so hard for half of my life. And if I didn't have, I am going to say this, but if I didn't have the learning disability, I would love to go to university, graduate, get a job, but it's who I am. I'm unique. I'm not a kid no more. In the future, I would like to do something else, like do some voluntary work or something, but it's gonna have to be Oliver McGowan, and I can't give that up. My mum is a wonderful person, and she's a wonderful mum who could be there for someone like me, and I do worry about her a lot, but she's the best mum I could ever ask for. She's my number one girl, and that's all I can say about my mum. She is very lucky to have me, and I'm very lucky to have her.